Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's me coming at you again with another vid. Well, it looks like Anthony Joshua will be making his first title defense against Dominic Breazeale, who's 18-0 with, I think, 14 KOs, I believe. And his Breazeale's actually coming off a victory against Amir Mansour, who actually was up in the fight and dropped Breazeale very hard. And Breazeale, to his credit, did show some heart, show some bit of resiliency, came back and made Mansour quit. Obviously, that was due to a uppercut in the inside, which caused a laceration between his tongue, I believe, or in his jaw, whatever the case may be. But yeah, so definitely be an interesting matchup. But then again, I'm not too impressed with Breazeale because, as I've stated in my previous videos, Breazeale has pretty much lucked out in his last couple of fights. One of them was Amir Mansour, obviously, and the other one is against Fred Cassie, who's a very, very awkward and some would say very, very risky fighter. Not saying Cassie is dangerous, but he's a very risky fighter because he has an awkward style that gives the guys a lot of problems. Very difficult to fight against, and he does have very good punch resistance. And obviously, he got caught against Mansour, which Mansour put him to sleep, which was a vicious, vicious knockout. And honestly, to Mansour's credit, he's the only guy to knock out Cassie, and Cassie was able to be revived because I thought he was put in a coma after that knockout. But it is what it is. But anyhow, Breazeale fought Cassie, and Cassie, really made Breazeale look bad. I mean, the thing about Breazeale is that he doesn't really have good punch coordination. He does have a long reach. He has power, but the problem is that he doesn't use his reach very well, and he keeps his shots very, very wide, and he doesn't really throw short punches or short combinations in the inside, and he does keep himself wide open and keeps his hands extremely low. So, and obviously, he fights pretty flat-footed. I mean, honestly, it is a big test for him. Well, I mean, somewhat a semi-test because Anthony Joshua, in his right, he's still fighting in a prospect form if you think about it. I mean, he's still young. Going to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is still young. He's still quite inexperienced to a degree, even though he is the IBF champion. So them being matched in this magnitude at this point is somewhat not a overwhelming advantage over Joshua, which some may argue that would be the case. But I don't, but then again, I think that Dominic Breazeale would show more resiliency and more heart than Charles Martin. I think if not, Joshua will knock him down. If he does knock him down, like Mansour did, he'll get back up and he'll fight back. He'll fight back. He's not going to take a dive. I'm not saying Charles Martin took a dive, but he's not going to lay down for anybody. So, again, that's why I say this is an intriguing matchup. And again, yeah, some people might feel this is disappointing because some people would say that, Anthony Joshua should have defended his title against maybe the likes of Jarrell Big Baby Miller, which I would have loved to see that fight because we all know that Big Baby Miller called out Joshua, said some things about him. Bermain Stavern, but the only problem is that Bermain Stavern is not ranked in the top 15 in the IBF, or Johan Duhaupas, who actually just came off a pretty impressive victory over Robert Helenius, whatnot. But the other contenders in the IBF are pretty much tied up now. You have Derek Chisora and Kubrat Pulev, they're about to fight, and you have Joseph Parker and Carlos Takam, which is the eliminator for the mandatory position to fight Joshua in the following year. So, yeah, very interesting. Now, we all know Tyson Fury had something to say about this, and Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua have, had some choice of words going back and forth with each other over the last couple months now. And Tyson Fury pretty much is, he's pretty much, he's a guy who's going to say what he wants to say, and he'll say however he wants to say it. So he doesn't care. He pretty much said that, and this is a article for Boxing Scene. He said here, quote, that Anthony Joshua is fighting a bum. David Dominic Breazeale. So Tyson Fury said, look, here's what he said, quote, let's not give Anthony Joshua a hard time over his opponent, all right? Just remember he's only had 16 pro fights, and he's still learning, Fury stated on social media. However, by the way, I was only fucking joking with you guys. AJ's fighting a total bum. You know, he's a bum. He's fighting nothing but cab drivers. So then he took a shot at Eddie Hearn by saying that Eddie Hearn is at it again. Imagine if I was going to fight Dominic Breazeale. So I'll leave it at there. Now, when Tyson Fury was implying that if I was to fight Dominic Breazeale, what would the media would say about me? You know, they'll say I'm fighting a bum. So, you know, the bottom line is this, guys. I think the Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fight, if Fury gets past Klitschko in the rematch in July, which I'm looking forward to, I think that they should fight in a unification bout, and that would be huge, and that would be massive for the UK scene. In fact, I think it will create very, very, very massive international attention. So, yeah, I'm gonna drop a link to the article below. Let me know what you think about it. Care to comment, share, subscribe. Signing off. Peace.